Well, in Denmark, children went back to primary school almost a month ago. It was the first European country to reopen its primaries after containing the virus early on. In fact, last Friday was the first day without a COVID-19 related death there since the pandemic started. So is there anything we can learn from the Danish experience? Mette Rose Nielsen is a primary school teacher in Denmark, joins us now. Mette, hi to you.
Hello, hi.
How has it been at your school so far?
I think we've done pretty well. Of course, in the beginning, we were all a little bit nervous, and we were thinking, what is this all about? And it's a whole new situation. It felt like kind of like doing a school reform in 1 week. But then when you come back to school, everything was very well organized and structured, and the logistics were working. And that's very important for you to feel safe. So I think we've done pretty well under the circumstances, of course.
In this country, teachers' unions are pretty adamant, or many of them, that they don't want their members to go back just yet. Were teachers in Denmark as concerned about that, and have some refused to go back?
Yeah, I think there has been a discussion. Because of course you're a little bit nervous, and some people were thinking, why is it going to be the children who have to go first? And when you go back as the first one, you feel like you become one of the people in the front line. But at the same time, there's this also the balance between also having this duty as a citizen spirit. So you think, okay, if a nurse can do it, I can do it. Yeah.
And what about parents, Mette? For example, what percentage of children came back initially?
I don't know the exact percentage, but in my class, most of the children were back. There are 23 children in my class, and I only have one pupil now who is at home and has been at home during the whole reopening. And I think then we have had children who we had to send home because they were too tired, because there are so many things that are new to them. And then and a few children have been kept home, but we've been good dialogue and cooperation with the parents. So yeah, so it's more about being a little bit tired and stressed out from all of it. So I think they've done pretty well.
Yeah, how old are the children in your class, Mette?
They are around 6.
Oh, okay.
6 to 8 years old. So that's 7, 8 years old.
So that's interesting then. How have you managed to maintain social distancing? What have you done?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, it has been very important to communicate a lot with the parents. So, of course, we sent them a very, very thorough information, and then they talked all that through with the children. And then, of course, we've done online teaching during the lockdown. So we were telling the children, what is it going to be like tomorrow when you come back to school? And we were showing them which entry to take when they walk into the classroom, where to sit, who's going to be in what group, and who's going to be in the other group, and to make them feel safe. And then the health authorities in Denmark has sent out information as well. And one of the pieces of information was a video showing how to wash your hands properly. And the parents have been very good in preparing the children to do that. So when they came, they were actually pretty good at washing their hands. And then, of course, we disinfect sometimes and use wipes and yeah.
Mette, the final question really again relates to the concerns that some teachers and parents have in this country, and it was addressed at the government press conference a few moments ago when the professor who was speaking said that at the moment the evidence is that there is low levels of transmission from children outwards. Is that the case in your school and round about you? Have you heard of any cases since you went back to school where teachers have developed COVID?
At my school, we haven't had any. I've heard about a daycare, but not. I haven't, and I think maybe there has been one coincidence in one of the schools where I work. It's I don't know what the community. We have 3 schools in that area, the outskirts of Copenhagen. We have 3 schools. I've only heard of one example, and we're not even sure if it's true. And the thing is, because we are washing our hands all the time and keeping a very high standard of hygiene, I see children less sick. Because usually, and we are very quick, we are very